King Midas and the Echo. Once, there lived a king in ancient Greece named Midas. He was a great ruler, and he was known not just on earth but even in heaven. The great god Pan, who was the god of the shepherds, had also heard of King Midas. Pan would go around the countryside playing on a flute made from reeds. The music sounded very sweet and could be heard all around. One day, Apollo, who was the god of music, heard Pan playing the flute. Apollo himself could play the harp, an instrument which had many strings. When Apollo struck its strings, sweet music was made. When Pan heard Apollo play the harp, he said, "Why don't we have a competition? I'm sure I can play better than you." Apollo laughed at the thought. How could a simple instrument made of reeds compete with his harp, which needed experts to play? But Pan was confident. He was sure his simple flute sounded much better than Apollo's harp. "Let us call King Midas as a judge for our musical contest," Pan said. Apollo agreed at once. The contest began in the palace of King Midas. Pan played a beautiful tune on his flute, and everyone enjoyed the music. Then Apollo came on the stage. His harp made a loud but very musical sound as all the strings were played together. The judges were very pleased. They decided to give the prize to Apollo because he had played an instrument with many strings so beautifully. Only King Midas disagreed. He liked the simple tune played on the flute by Pan. The prize was given to Pan, and he was declared the winner of the contest. Apollo got very angry. How could something like a simple reed win over the music of so many strings? He muttered angrily. "I can see the problem," he thought. "King Midas has small ears. That is why he could not hear my music properly. I will give him the big ears of a donkey, and then he will be able to hear properly." Saying this, Apollo left the palace. Suddenly, King Midas felt his ears trembling. When he put his hands on his ears, he found them becoming large. Soon they were as large as a donkey's ears. King Midas was mortified. "All my subjects will laugh at my ears. I must keep them covered." From that day, King Midas wore huge hats and caps wherever he went, and no one could make out that the king's ears were as big as a donkey's ears. One day, King Midas had to have a haircut. When he went to his barber, he noticed the king's donkey ears. But the king made him swear that he would not tell anyone about the king's ears, and the barber promised to do so. He had to keep the matter a secret. After some time, the barber became tired of keeping the secret. He thought of a clever plan of getting rid of the secret. He went up on a high mountain where no one lived. He dug a hole at the top of the mountain. Then he lowered his mouth and whispered, "King Midas has ears as big as a donkey's ears." Then he came down the mountain feeling very relieved. "I have got rid of the secret, and yet no one has heard me," he thought joyfully. But alas! The hole in the mountain carried an echo. Before long, the whole mountain was whispering the barber's secret. And soon everybody in the kingdom heard about the king's ears. They laughed and made fun of their king. When King Midas came to know that everybody knew about his big ears, he was furious. Instantly, he knew that the barber had spilled the beans. He sent for the barber because he wanted to punish him for letting out his secret and breaking his promise. Nobody came to the barber's help. After all, he had given away the king's secret.